Okay, this is on. I just want to. Yeah, I got some paperwork here. Not that. This might help too.
What do you need done?
Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to do anything with it?
What do you need done? I don't know what you.
Oh.
What is all this about?
It's about a bench warrant for me.
You have a bench warrant?
Yeah. And that might explain stuff. Yeah, Natchitoches. I got phone numbers. Cloyd Benjamin is the guy who's in charge, or Billy Joe Harrington is the elected DA.
You're Travis?
Yep.
How are you, bud? Matt Henderson.
Okay, all right, Matt Henderson.
When did
It's about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, it's in the court minutes. You want to?
No, I mean just tell me like what I mean.
I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, I couldn't make the court dates.
I got you.
So they put out a bench warrant for me,
Okay.
and they put me on the NCIC. I was up in Michigan, and so I started turning myself in up, in Indiana.
Trying to turn in up there.
Yeah, it's White County, Indiana. I go there. I had to wait 4 hours, and they just let me go because they couldn't determine if it was extraditable or not.
Yeah, well,
And then they didn't pull me off the NCIC. I stopped at another one. And
have you been confirmed to be an NCIC? Because
Yeah.
the thing about NCIC is most time it has to be a felony warrant to
That
be
will-
able to go into NCIC.
they
Resisting is a misdemeanor.
yeah, White County, Indiana confirmed it. I was like, am I in the NCIC? And I even called the city marshal, and he's like, yeah, I put you on Monday evening, and it's about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And then it took me 2 turn-ins. I turned myself in another county, and then right after that, they pulled me off the NCIC.
Right.
But the city marshal insists that I'm
The
Steve.
city marshal down there.
Down in Natchitoches, yeah, Steve.
Did you have a number for them?
Yeah, I do have various numbers here. The main guy who requested it, which it shows in the minutes, is Cloyd Benjamin. During that hearing, you'll see that the bench warrant was asked for and ruled on by Judge Brian Barber out of Shreveport, but he's working for Natchitoches right now.
Okay.
It's just, yep.
Let me.
Was that?
Do you have an ID?
Oh yeah, I could give you the ID.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as I'm going through, because every state I've been going through, I want to just go stop at a sheriff's office and just see. I don't want to. I get harassed a lot. That's partly why I've got this problem.
What I'll do for you, Travis, is I'll go call them.
Yeah, whatever you can do.
I'll go call them and just see, tell them that you're here. And just see what they want to do.
Yeah, it comes down to extradite or not extradite, right. And I believe I'm within 100 miles of them.
It's probably pretty close.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I didn't know what's that going.
Do you mind if I take this so it's got these numbers?
Oh, sure.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah.
Can I get some water or anything?
No, I'm good.
They've got me on hold, Travis. I'm trying to figure out what their wishes are.
And you called the city marshal or the district attorney?
I called the number you had for the city marshal, but it is the district attorney's office that I'm calling to.
Yep.
Did you have court coming up maybe this week?
Yes, there's courts. Yep, on the 12th next week, there's court. So, I mean, I think that's a factor, but
We're going to figure it out.
Yeah, see, they don't like to talk with me. I called them yesterday, and they don't return my calls. So I might as well. You guys might have more.
You trying to do the right thing, we're gonna get it figured out.
Yeah, that's a jailer told me that in Indiana. He had his gloves on, ready to take me in. He told me I was doing the right thing, but they said that I wasn't even. That was the third time I turned myself in, and at that point,
When was that?
last week.
You were in Indiana last week?
Yeah, I made a big trip for this. And it's what's that?
I saw you're on a bike. Do you have a vehicle somewhere?
Yep, I do have a vehicle somewhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I bicycled here, so I'm a little. Yeah, the blood's going.
I understand. I understand. A little more humid down here than it is in Indiana, isn't it?
Yeah, I underestimated the heat. I cooked some food and let it sit in my car for a day, and it spoiled. And it wasn't a big problem up north. I didn't realize.
Just out of curiosity, where's your car at? Is it local?
Well, I mean, I don't want you searching it.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking you how far away it is or something.
Yeah, it's not far. I mean,
if we do take you into custody,
yeah.
I would hate for your car to get impounded and go.
I think it can last. I mean, depending on how many days it'll be. But
Is it on public property or private property?
well, I don't really want to say. I mean,
Well, that's fine.
I mean, it should be safe. So yeah,
So, I mean, whatever.
I don't think it would be safe parked here, because it'd probably be a quick impoundment if I was put in.
Maybe in some agencies you've dealt with in the past, but we're pretty.
Yeah.
We try to be pretty.
You're not are you the sheriff?
No.
No. Okay. I don't know what he looks like. So, is there a picture? It doesn't matter.
We used to have a picture of him.
Yeah, that's helpful. But Billy Joe Harrington is the elected DA, but Cloyd Benjamin is the one who's the primary DA. And yeah, and
He's a judge.
and you could see the minutes. I called and asked. It's kind of rare that people ask to see their bench warrants, but the city marshals would not give it to me. But if you get interrupted. But the clerk of court sent it to me by email, and then I printed it off. And then I requested the minutes too. And I don't know if I think it's helpful, but I'm offering it as extra information. So you see right where they put out my bench warrant in that hearing. They ruled on a number of issues when I wasn't there, and then put a bench warrant out. And it's just, I think they're abusing the NCIC. If they're going to put me on the NCIC, something should happen with that.
Yeah.
I turned my,
If you are in NCIC.
what? That's what?
I'm trying to confirm.
Yeah,
you
you-
are or you're not in NCIC.
I should only be within Louisiana at this point.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Travis, that was the DA I was talking to.
Yep.
He's calling a judge now.
Oh, the Judge Barber. Okay. They don't want to talk to me.
Well, I mean, he didn't
if you
understand.
if you're talking, if you're going to talk again, I mean, we can talk too. I mean,
Yeah. No. So what he's going to do is just try to figure out how the judge wants to proceed. You have a trial set for Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay. So are you on your way to Natchitoches?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Because, I mean, and the reason I was asking about a vehicle, Travis, is not trying to be nosy, but if you're on a bike, it'd be harder for you to get to Natchitoches. But knowing you have a vehicle, I'm completely good for you to go to Natchitoches.
I just don't want any problems as I'm trying to get there.
I understand.
I mean,
I understand. And what we'll probably do is I'll probably write up some sort of a letter, okay? And say, hey, on this date and time, Travis came to the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office. I spoke with a judge, and a judge in the jurisdiction down there is going to be set to say, come to Natchitoches.
yeah, I had ChatGPT make a letter for that, but I couldn't get the other guys to fill it out for me. You're actually offering.
Yeah,
And
no, I'll write something up.
It's actually in the folder
Is it?
too.
Okay.
I turned it around because I just couldn't use it. All right.
So, and basically
All right.
what we're going to do is, will that be a 100% guarantee that you won't have any headache on your way to Natchitoches? No.
Well,
But it will offer an explanation to someone who pulled you
It's-
over.
yeah.
I'll attach my card to it, and basically if anybody has questions, they can call me, and I'll just explain them the agreement I had. And I'm hoping we make it. All right, that's still kind of in limbo.
Yeah.
But if me and the judge and the DA down there can make this agreement, I'm going to be fine letting you just leave from here and go to Natchitoches. Okay?
yeah. Judge Barber's a no-nonsense judge. I mean, he agreed to the warrant, so I mean, they got to do something with it.
Right.
Or they might look like
But
fools.
I mean, and so one thing to consider, yes, you were only a short distance from Natchitoches now. I mean, if you left now, you could be there in 2 hours driving.
Well,
But if I arrest you on that warrant, there's no way you're going to make Natchitoches by Tuesday.
well, I was thinking today, like, they might have me on Zoom at the jail. I might have a room that you got to Zoom and.
yeah, but
it's-
so you're set for trial. It's not like just an appearance in court. You're actually set for trial. They won't do a trial by Zoom.
what they have. I mean, you probably heard of them doing it in the past, like where COVID.
Well, COVID had a lot of that stuff put in it, but then
Yeah.
again, we're 4 years after that. People have gotten away from that now.
Okay, well, it's kind of set the standard, but yeah.
Well, they tried to make it too, but here it didn't stick. So
It didn't. Oh yeah.
I mean, for a hearing or for some sort of a plea or something like that, yes, that's one thing. But for a trial, you've got to be in front of a jury. You've got to, whether it's a jury or a judge.
You're not allowed a jury. I've requested a jury. I mean, I want
You're going to be a judge trial down there. Judge not going to conduct a trial while you in court.
He conducted the last hearing while I wasn't there.
Hearing is one thing, but
it's one thing.
trial
Okay.
is another.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's not. Maybe it could probably gravitate into like another hearing for a future trial.
But I think they want. I know you want to get it behind you. I know they want to get it behind them.
Not just behind me. I want this to go the right way. This has been going on for over 2 years.
And I saw it was January of 22.
Yeah, I've only had this one warrant now, and it's just been the past 2 weeks.
33 months you've been battling with this, so we
Yeah,
got to get that.
it went up.
squared up.
Yeah, it went up to the state Supreme Court and back down.
And was this just I saw on the charge resisting by refusing to just
Yeah,
not
you know,
identify yourself?
you know how it works. Those other states don't know what you guys do here. Yeah, you just simply say, I have a video of it. I recorded it, and I was just like, what's the crime? And I got arrested.
Yeah.
They asked my name 3 times. I asked, what's my crime? And that's it.
State of Louisiana. I mean, there's some different. Every state has a different law.
You guys are a little harder on the ID thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I've been dealing with for over a lot of time. Spent a lot of money back and forth. And the judge just received this. I am writting. You can't appeal, but you can make a writ.
Yeah.
So I made a writ, and he should be seeing that. So, and that's a factor with this. I'm asking for more than 30 days, 90 days for a writ because of all the rulings he made on the 18th. I'm learning Louisiana law. I'm a traveler. I don't care to learn, individual state laws, but now I know I could writ before a trial, and I didn't know that on the first trial number 1, which happened April 2022, and then I got 30 days. I got 30 days in jail for failure to ID.
Yeah.
So,
man.
You guys are tough on that stuff.
It sounds chicken shit, but it's a real deal. I mean, it's
yeah.
a serious thing, you know.
Yeah.
You walk in and you know, in Louisiana, you're required to identify yourself, and you're required to have proper identification to identify yourself.
Yeah, not just, I mean, blank. You know, you can't walk up to just random people and demand their ID.
But if there's something happening, if
you
we
know,
get a call for a service or something like that, then yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you consider a call for service as being enough?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's just say this was a business and you were hanging out front in the parking lot. You know, you're on private property, and if the business owner calls,
oh,
and says,
you'll
"There's somebody
okay.
hanging out in our parking lot, we don't know who it is."
Okay.
Then yeah, we have that right for that complainant to figure out who you are.
Yeah, and you're upfront about your own name, you know. But do you want to explain a crime? It doesn't sound like a crime when you say somebody just acting suspicious in front of your building. Mm-hmm. If they don't identify themselves, then you'll write in your probable cause, because if you go on trial to testify, you'll testify that the about to commit, in the process of committing, or has committed a crime. You'll say that crime is just hanging out in the parking lots.
Could be.
Could be. All right.
It's hard to be right when you're in the wrong place if you're on somebody's private property.
Just being in the wrong place. This is the wrong place.
I'm not saying you're in the wrong place today, but I mean,
okay.
It could be.
Yeah, I mean,
the right place today is not the right place tomorrow, if you will.
Yeah, I find it interesting how like people say like Walmart or just any other business is like is exclusively private property, and you know, if you're there and cops want to check you out, that's, you know, the cops could trespass you practically by themselves, but the Walmart's inviting people onto their property to shop and hang and to, you know, just, you know, do the shopping stuff. Right. But it's not like somebody's house. You know, I'm not just wandering on somebody's property. That, you know, the difference in the private properties is, to me, looks a lot different. And there's implied consent, or, you know, they invite you on. And I mean, there's different levels of this private property stuff. Yeah. So I just
can get tricky.
And when it comes down to the court, they side with the cops. So
well, not always. We've been on both sides.
You've had some losses, I guess.
Some folks get it wrong. You know, we don't get it right all the time. We try to get it right most of the time, and try to get it right every time. But it always doesn't work like that.
Yeah, you have a lot more cushion to work with than other states. All right.
Hang tight for me if you want to see. Like I said, there's a restroom there if you need one.
It could be a few minutes to a few hours.
I don't think it's going to be a few hours. Yep. They're rolling pretty quick.
All right.
Keep you updated.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if it'll be okay if I just throw it out there, it might be helpful to see Judge Barber's schedule in Shreveport if you talk to one of his clerks down there. He's probably in courts, and if knowing his schedule might help.
Yeah, so they've got a resolution worked out. I'm just waiting for an email from them. They're getting some paperwork signed, and they're going to email it back.
Oh.
It's going to be good to go.
Oh, it went further along than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What's that?
It looks like we're sitting on our ass, but we're making progress.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make my bicycle more visible in front of the window. I'm just gonna move it.
Yeah.
Leave it against the post, you say?
The flagpole?
The flagpole? Okay. All right. Oh, good. All right.
Alright, Travis, got an update for you, bud? Here's your paperwork back.
All right.
Here it is, your ID back.
Okay.
Spoke with the DA's office.
Yeah.
down there. They have recalled your warrant.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
So, well, they've recalled your warrant, but they're sending us an order to give you that's basically, your concern was if you leave here and you drive to Natchitoches, what kind of headache could you potentially run into between here and there?
Yep.
By that warrant being recalled, there is no issue that
All
you
right.
would have to deal with, okay?
Okay.
All you would have to do is show up in court
Show
on
up on the
Tuesday.
12th? Yeah. Okay.
How
Yeah.
does that work? Does that?
I guess. And then you're going to print that up.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're waiting on them. They told us the warrant had been recalled, but they were trying to facilitate with the judge
And you-
his signature on it.
Okay.
And then once we get that, we're gonna give that to you, and man, you're good to go to
That's what
Natchitoches.
that's a relief. Oh, big relief.
All right,
And you saw me on your warrants for Louisiana, right? When you checked me?
what do you mean?
What, did you search my name on the warrants?
I searched your name through NCIC and I did not
No.
show an active hit for you.
No. For only Louisiana.
I searched you nationwide.
No, people are saying that there's two types. There are two types. There's the national and then there's intrastate. And you're what?
You have a warrant through Natchitoches.
Yeah, and you can't see that yourself?
Yeah, I see the warrant through Natchitoches. That's the warrant I'm telling you they're recalling.
And it's not from what I showed you. If I just told you my name and I said I have a warrant in Louisiana, would you be able to find that warrant?
I would run you in a system and it would tell me
Okay,
only if that warrant had been put into the system. Some agencies don't put warrants into the system. Okay? A nationwide search of you runs all states.
I had to turn myself in twice to get that recalled.
I'm sure it's probably been a headache.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, how are you?
Good, how are y'all?
Good. I'm sure it's probably been a headache, but
Yeah.
the way it's working now, apparently they're
Well,
just want to kind of help you get it resolved.
it says $50, so I'm assuming that $50 is probably recalled then as well.
Yeah,
and-
I would think they're recalling the warrant. You go to
Maybe-
this trial or whatever on Tuesday.
Yeah. I had to stop a couple of sheriff. That was my plan. I mean, I figured that having this paperwork would help because
Yeah. Oh,
I asked the guy in Indiana if the bench warrant helped, and he said yeah. And I asked him if the minutes would help, and he's like, nah, we got a system or something like that. But I just decided to start tucking minutes in as well. And this is the first time this ever happened to me. But this is my plan now. I just have it sent to me, and then I'll present. If I got pulled over on the side of the road, I would just have this, because I don't think the NCIC tells you much. I've never seen it.
I mean, NCIC basically tells you wanted or not wanted.
Yeah, it doesn't go into much detail,
And
and so
obviously, if it comes back wanted, okay, it tells us where you're wanted from, and then
Yeah.
that just facilitates a phone call saying, hey,
Yep.
I've got Travis Hines here.
Yep.
What does he have? What does he,
And-
do you want him? Do you not want him?
and that was the first. That's why the first time it took 4 hours. They were calling and waiting, like
Yeah.
similar to this, is 4 hours. Second time, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was when they decided to pull me off the NCIC, and then coming here gets the rest of it, in some way.
I got you. Well,
So-
hopefully this will get you fixed up.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush to get down there. I've been banned permanently. Oh, you got it? All right, yeah. That's it.
So just bear with us.
Yeah.
You're not waiting on us. We're waiting on them. I guess you're waiting on us, and we're waiting on them.
Yeah, the judge to sign, because he's in Shreveport, they're in Natchitoches, we're here. It's that electronical communication over.
Yeah. It's gonna happen pretty quick though. I believe they seem to be working on it. So
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm glad they chose not to do the extradition or have me, thrown in
Well, you gotta
jail.
think about it. I mean, if I arrest you here, there's all this time you gotta wait. There's all this, it's just there's no point in putting another bump in the road for you.
Yeah,
Let's get it going, get it done.
try to get to this trial. We'll see how that works out. They know that I'm showing up. They see that.
Yeah.
They see I made progress turning myself in Indiana, and then Arkansas. Guess what happened there? I show them in Arkansas this, and they're like, "What do you want me to do with it?" And I'm like, "I don't want you to do anything." And they're like, "Okay." Because I stopped at a sheriff's office. They don't really. At least the one I stopped at, they didn't
Well,
really.
you gotta look at it, you're not wanted there, you know, you're wanted
No.
here.
That-
And it's the type of crime doesn't justify a nationwide extradition.
Yeah, why was I put on NCIC? I mean,
That's a good question. I don't know. I didn't show any evidence of you ever being in NCIC.
nope.
So,
Yeah, but those other sheriff's offices, 2 sheriff's offices in Indiana can verify. I got their names, and they answered my question. Yes, I was in NCIC, and the city marshal can say, yes, I put him in NCIC. I say it's an abuse. I say he should lose his. Do you get a license to use NCIC? Is there some? Yeah, I think he should lose whatever the license. I mean, they put me in the NCIC, incomplete. You said wanted or not wanted, and they said we have to wait on a final word, okay? And that final word was extradite or not.
Yeah.
But that should be in there already, in my opinion. If you're going to put me in the NCIC, you should have made that final word before you put me in the NCIC. Have that hashed out already. Instead, they put partial information in, incomplete information, and then when I'm picked up, then they have to figure out the rest of it, and it's very inefficient the way that works. I mean, with this, I shouldn't even really have had a warrant if this is what the end result.
If you didn't show up in court, that's why you have a warrant. So.
Yeah, but I mean, also any peace officer, you're supposed to arrest me.
Not necessarily.
No, it says or in bench. You are hereby commanded to arrest the body of. That's, I mean.
Why would I arrest you if they're not going to extradite you?
Well, but that's what you have to figure out. And they've chosen not to extradite me, so why even have the warrant in the first place?
Sometimes wanting there to be an issue creates a bigger issue. Okay, that's kind of what I've learned in life.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you look for it, and it's going to happen because you're expecting it.
So,
and that you're saying that's on me.
To get you to where you can leave here. You can go to Natchitoches, not be
Yeah.
scared of getting pulled
Yeah, well,
over, not be scared of getting a headache on the way.
Yeah.
And then you can go down there and handle your business like a grown man.
Yeah, and it's been recalled twice, off the NCIC, and then now I'm off of this. So
If you want this to be gone, like I said, if you want there to be issues, you're going to do something to create an issue, right? If you want this to be resolved, show up in court on Tuesday, do what you need to do, and then you're done. Okay?
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds like
and that's the thing. If I don't show up for a trial,
you're going to
then I'll
order for a court to show up.
and then I have a question: would I be put back on the NCIC? That's just interesting. And then
Why not just show up in court and handle your
well,
business?
yeah, I know, but I want to look at the alternatives too, because there's this system is it's a complete system, and to know how it works fully is helpful,
Probably better ways to learn how it works other than
I shouldn't have to
other than
learn.
exposing yourself to it.
And that's the thing. I was trying to communicate that I couldn't make it, but they weren't having that. It's just like I can't. I was up in Michigan. I couldn't make it. I made a motion to like extend time or whatever that's called. But
Those aren't required here in Louisiana. I mean, if you commit an offense, you take a charge or given a court date, it's your responsibility to show up in court.
well, I mean, you can ask for extensions.
You can ask, but it doesn't mean they have to give them to you.
No, but there was no reason either. It's just I gave my reasons why I needed it, and there's just.
Pretty much up to the judge to decide whether he feels like that's a good reason or not a good reason.
And if you appeal this, the appeals court asked for the judge's opinion why they made their decision, and I'm asking that as a part of my my writ, and we're going to be discussing that on next week, Tuesday, because Monday is Veterans Day. Are you guys closed on Veteran? Okay, yeah, that's kind of why I came on Friday. Because I know you'd probably be closed on the weekend. And Monday for sure. So
Sounds like you can get it resolved pretty easy if you go down there.
no, not with this prosecutor. Did you talk to Cloyd Benjamin by chance, or the prosecutor?
I don't think that was his. No, I talked to the DA.
Yeah, he's a DA, Cloyd Benjamin, but you
The
don't.
actual district.
You don't. And then you got Billy Joe Harrington. He's the elected DA. But Cloyd Benjamin is handling it.
Gotcha. He's the prosecutor over here.
Yeah, and he only wants me to plead guilty.
Right.
And that would settle it for him, but
Well, that's a choice you have.
yeah, and I'm not
Your choice to do guilty or not guilty.
Yeah, I
no
don't.
contest, whatever you want to do. That's completely up to you.
And I'll tell you, this went up to the appeals court, and that was trial number 1, and it was kicked back. They reset it. You ever hear that? They reset the whole thing after trial number 1. I spent 26 days in jail, reset, and now I'm faced. This is trial number 2 coming up.
Yeah.
But that was based on not them not talking about a lawyer, not agreeing on a lawyer for me. I asked for a free lawyer, and they wouldn't even the judge wouldn't even discuss it. This is judge number 2 as well.
Yeah.
This is trial number 2 and judge number 2. And I was begging for a lawyer, and he said that's out of his hands. You read the transcript, the judge says that it's not even, he thinks it's not his responsibility to decide if I get a free lawyer or not.
Right.
And the appeals court kicked that back. So now I'm asking for another lawyer, and it seems like it's going in the same path. Him not wanting to discuss the lawyer issue. I bring it up, but yeah, they're taking their time with the paperwork there. All you need is that little one sheet saying that.
Yeah.
I'm out of the system. I don't really need this. I want to see it actually. Yeah. But I'm out of the system. I'm clear at this point. I'm clear.
Yeah. We're gonna give you this paperwork from them.
Yeah.
And you'll be good to go.
Yeah. Just
All right.
whatever. Okay. Just he'll tell me.
Yep. We'll
okay.
get you set up.
All right. Sounds good. All right, so I'm leaving without this paperwork. I can't wait any longer. Just as long as I'm off of the warrants. I'm off of the warrants, so that's what's most important. It doesn't matter about this paperwork.